Dear students, take some derivations. Sine inverse minus x, tan inverse minus x, cosec inverse minus x. All these gives minus outside, minus sine inverse x minus tan inverse x minus cosec inverse x. These are formula you will remember. Now cos inverse x, cos inverse minus x, cot inverse minus x, sec inverse minus x. When these three functions operate on minus, they changes into pi minus cos inverse x, pi minus cot inverse x, pi minus sec inverse x. Function whose ranges are same with slight modifications. Sine inverse, tan inverse, cosec inverse. When operates on minus, minus comes out. But when cos inverse, cot inverse, sec inverse operates on negative value, they become changes into pi minus. We will derive two functions, rest you will derive. Now let sine inverse minus x is equal to y. This implies minus x is equal to sin y, already discussed in previous class. Now if you multiply both sides by minus 1, this becomes x is equal to minus sine of y. According to ASTC, studied in class 11, if x is theta is in fourth quadrant, sine gives minus value. Minus sine y can be written as sine of minus y. In fourth quadrant, sine is negative. This implies x is equal to sine of minus y. Now take this sine again in left side. This implies sine inverse x is equal to minus of y. Sine shifted in left side, minus y remains. This implies, send this minus again here, minus sine inverse x is equal to y. This is your first, y is equal to sine inverse minus x. This is your second. Both are y. From 1 and 2, what? Sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. In this manner, you can derive tan inverse x minus x is equal to minus of tan inverse x, and cosec inverse minus x is equal to minus of cosec inverse x. Now we will take next. Let cos inverse minus x is equal to y equation 1. This implies minus x is equal to cos of y due to property of inverse. This implies x is equal to minus of cos y. Again, from ASTC, cos is not negative in fourth quadrant. cos is negative in second and third. We select third quadrant, minimum value of angle. At second quadrant, angle will be pi minus theta is equal to cos of pi minus y. Pi minus y, this is pi minus y goes in second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative. Now x is equal to cos of pi minus y. Take cos in left side. This implies cos inverse x is equal to pi minus y. Take y left side, send cos inverse x right side. This implies y is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Second, from 1 and 2, cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Similarly, you can derive remaining functions. Using these properties, we will solve some questions. If your value of x is positive, then there is no problem. For example, value of sine inverse half is pi by 6 because sine pi by 6 is half. But if it is given that find the value of sine inverse minus half, then sine inverse minus half will give minus sine inverse half, and sine inverse half gives pi by 6 is equal to minus pi by 6. Apply this in evaluation of such type of questions. Apply these 6 formulae. Similarly, if cos inverse half is given, then its value will be pi by 3. Cos 60 is equal to half. 60 means pi by 3. But if it is given that find the value of cos inverse minus half, then apply this. Cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. It become pi minus cos inverse half. Here x become positive. Take angle in first quadrant is equal to pi. Cos inverse half gives pi by 3 minus pi by 3 is equal to 2 pi by 3. Range of cos inverse x never become negative because its range is 0 to pi. But range of sine inverse x is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Therefore, sine inverse gives values positive, negative both. In this manner, you can solve first exercise of your chapter inverse trigonometry. Thank you.